Hi, everybody. Welcome as we had baseball back underway here in Lumberton, North Carolina. It is a first on field 2 on day number 2. It's a non-elimination game. Everything that's been played previously has eliminated somebody, but this AAA matchup between Alabama and Florida will not. Got a couple of teams that are on the winner's side of the bracket, so both teams advance, but one will stay in the winner's bracket. The other will drop into the loser's bracket. Mason Gandy wrapping it over to first. Andrew Blummel will pick it up, go over to the bag, and Gandy is out number 1 for Alabama. Let's get the lineup set for you. Alabama putting Mason Gandy in the leadoff spot. Brooks Kennedy batting second. Tyler Sharp is the 3-hitter. Cooper Powell bats fourth. Cade Smith is the 5-hitter. Kason Booth in the 6th spot. Graham Davis hits 7th. Noah Miller is the 8-hitter. John Martin Bird will bat 9th. Jake Thompson is the 10-hitter. Grayson Moore batting in that 11th spot, and it's Braden Treadaway who will hit 12th. Florida has got Jace Rollins on the hill. Behind the plate, Colton Furtado. At first, Andrew Blummel. The second baseman is Tyson Lake. At shortstop, Tyler Turner. Third belongs to Luis Quintana. Fouled away by Kennedy. Outfield, Hernandez is in left field. The center fielder is Nolan Hartley. Right field, A.J. Soto Baez. And if I do mispronounce or butcher some of the pronunciations, feel free to give me a shout. Let me know. Say, hey, here's the way it's done. Brooks Kennedy. One away, nobody aboard. We are here in the top part of the first. Tyler Sharp moving to the on-deck circle. 1-2 pitch, check swing, Kennedy, and will foul it away. Well, there is I don't even want to call it a shower. It's so very light. But there are some extremely light sprinkles here in Lumberton. I don't know that a day has gone by in the World Series, not just yesterday, but in the 4 days prior for the AA, as the pitcher's inside on Kennedy, that we didn't have some rain. And at one point earlier in the afternoon, looked like, oh boy, here it comes. Sideswiped us. And now at a point in the day in which it looks actually pretty good, Kennedy foul tipping it back into the middle for Furtado. And Kennedy is out number 2. But at a time that it actually looks fairly nice, bright, not particularly cloudy, we do have a few little sprinkles on the diamond. 2 gone, Tyler Sharp next. Into the strike zone, it goes to Sharp. Cooper Powell moving to the on-deck circle. 2 gone. Nobody aboard. Top part of the first. Third game of the day here on field 2. Not every field has had 2 games already. There are some fields that have only had 1 game prior to this one, 3 games total. But this one had a majors game, a AAA game, and now another AAA battle, Florida and Alabama. Florida decked out in the predominantly blue, got different shades of blue in that jersey, white trousers as it's fouled away. Representing the San Antonio area of Florida. With red around the shoulders, white otherwise, it's Alabama. Coming in from Dothan, Alabama, which is not particularly far from where I live. 1 ball, couple of strikes, fouled away by Sharp. So got a tie to both. Born in Florida, live in Alabama. No dogs in the race. No irons in the fire. Just sitting here watching some good baseball on a Sunday afternoon. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Sharp. Rollins, the right-hander, comes set, delivers, popped up by Sharp, center field, backtracking Hartley. He will reach up, make the catch, and 1-2-3 goes Alabama in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the inning. You're watching the World Series on JockJive Sports.
Kennedy, look out, he could be gone.
Pounding away from the surgeon throw, and that got it. She's been the head coach. So she's done her part for the season. And Robinson will get some much-deserved high fives over on the bench.
She earned those. That was a great hit. Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Miller drop it in the three.
Breaking ball. High drive. Right center.
Bottom of the first, top part of the inning goes 1-2-3. Gandy, Kennedy, and Sharp all go up and go down. Gandy ground out to first. Kennedy with the strikeout, and Sharp with the fly out to center field. Tyler Turner starting things off for Florida as we get to the bottom part of the inning. P.J. Ruderman batting in the 2 spot. Chase Rollins is the 3-hitter. Luis Quintana batting 4th. Andrew Blommel is the 5-hitter. Colton Furtado batting in that 6 spot. Tyson Lake hitting 7th for Florida. Nolan Hartley is the 8-hitter. Aiden Hernandez bats 9th. A.J. Soto Baez batting in the 10 spot. Robbie Christ is the 11-hitter. And Rhett Newsom has that 12 spot for Florida. Graham Davis on the hill for Alabama. Mason Gandy is behind the plate. Cooper Powell at first. Second baseman is Tyler Sharp. At shortstop, Brooks Kennedy. And the third baseman, Cade Smith. Walk issued to Turner. And a base runner on for Florida to begin the bottom of the first. Alabama's outfield, Jake Thompson in left. Kason Booth in center field. John Martin Bird is in right. Graham Davis, the southpaw, delivering a little bit high to P.J. Ruderman. And again, we try to get pronunciations correct from coaches, but don't always. So if there is a error in pronunciation, feel free to send a guy. Popped up left side. And coming over is Jake Thompson to make the catch. Turner will hold it first. 1 out for Chase Rollins. Luis Quintana to the on-deck circle. There is a number there on your scoreboard. 334-488-1385. For Florida, you're probably very familiar with the process. We do a lot of stuff in Florida. Alabama, we've done some stuff there too. So we might just get into a battle of the texters. Florida and Alabama, some folks who know how to text and text well. 334-488-1385. You know what we're looking for in a text, though, right? Got to have a shout-out. Got to send a go get him to somebody, team or player. And then we'd like to know where you're watching the game from. What part of the state, what part of the country, what part of the world. And 2, if you happen to be watching the game in kind of an unusual spot. Of course, these days you can take games with you everywhere you go. So I don't know if there is an unusual spot anymore, but if you're watching the game, say, at the bowling alley or at the Waffle House or at Village Station, I want to hear from you too. 1 ball, couple of strikes. And last but not least, looking for selfies. Want to get them on Facebook. The big watch parties. Doesn't have to be big. Fouled away by Rollins. But we like the watch party idea. So if there's a lot of folks watching the coverage, cram them all together in one photo, send it, give me a little caption, let me know what's going on so we can stick it on Facebook later. All at 334-488-1385. Pitches high and away to Rollins. Count evens at 2. Couple of balls, couple of strikes. Luis Quintana moving to the on-deck circle. Alabama's second starts with a 4 spot. Cooper Powell, Cade Smith, Carson Booth, wrapped to short, bobbled a bit. Kennedy recovers and gets the out at second to the lead runner, but the throw on to first won't turn the double play. So Rollins wraps into the 6-4 that gets Turner. Rollins on and Luis Quintana coming to the plate. Andrew Blommel to the on-deck circle. Well, let's get you updated on scores from earlier today. You probably know by now what happened yesterday. And, of course, all of that information is posted on Facebook and Twitter. So today, in AAA action, Arkansas beats Tennessee 9-7. Mississippi over Virginia 9-3. So two teams have gone in AAA, and that is Virginia and Tennessee. Right back up the middle from Quintana. It is fielded by Cannon. He goes over to second, and we'll get Rollins on the 6-4. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 left on, nobody scores. We are headed to the second, and indeed, we'll get to your shout-outs. Boy, I see a backlog of them. We'll get to the shout-outs when we head to the second here on JockJive Sports.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the second, Cooper Powell coming to the plate. All right, let's get to some shout-outs. This one simply says, go Florida. Another shout-out to Aiden Hernandez, a.k.a. El Majo, sending love from Chicago. Thanks very much, Chicago. Eric from the DL says, let's go San Ann. Let's go Roberto. You got this. Let's go San Ann from your board of directors. Go Alabama. We love you. Noah Parker, Aunt Leela in Slocum, Alabama. Very familiar with Slocum outside of Dothan. Shout out to Cade Smith. Go Alabama. From Uncle Jeff watching there in Dothan. Down in the Wiregrass. Cooper Powell starting things off. 1 ball, no strikes. Top part of the second, Cade Smith. Case and Booth do up in the inning 2. Into the strike zone, and the count goes even at 1. Watching from Dade City, Florida. Go get them, little Luis. Number 55, nobody better, kid. Happy birthday to Nolan Hartley from Eric Jr. Also the Harrisons sending birthday greetings to Nolan Hartley. So Hartley celebrating a birthday today. He is the center fielder for Florida. Happy birthday to you, Nolan. I think we'll probably get some more greetings too. 1-2 offering to Powell. Stays upstairs and the count evens up. Shout out Robbie from Dad. See you tomorrow. Go Florida. Happy birthday, Nolan from the Harrisons at Vero Beach. Let's go San Ann. Bring another one home for District 6. Spring Hill Machine Dad. Count even at 2, popped up left field. Hernandez makes the catch, and there's 1 away here in the second. Cade Smith to the plate. Case and Booth to the on-deck circle. This is Cade Smith's grandfather, who lives in Rehoboth, Alabama, but watching while in Fishkill, New York. Thanks very much for watching. Shout out to Tyler Sharp, number 8, and his dad, Jason Sharp from Alabama, and a big happy birthday to Coach Jason Sharp. Well, today's a big day for birthdays. Toss comes in low to Cade Smith. Case and Booth is next. Watching live from D-Town. Love it. Thanks for the photo. Picture of the big screen. Watching the game, we appreciate it. Into left center field, Cade Smith has the first Alabama base hit and the first base hit of the game. Case and Booth coming to the plate. Hey, I like it. Go San Ann. Shout out to Aiden from the family cabin in Illinois. We love you. I like it. Got lots of folks and even Pooch. Little puppy in the picture as well. Thanks so much. Great to have you watching the coverage. Go Alabama. Hit, see ball, hit ball. And now hit by the pitch is Case and Booth. And boy, it got him in a spot that hurts. Right there in that area that they call the funny bone, but it ain't funny when it pops in and Booth hit by the pitch. So a couple of base runners on. Booth will be assisted part of the way down to first and make the rest of the trip to the bag. Meanwhile, at second is Cade Smith. So a couple of base runners on. Wishing PJ Nolan, Robbie Jace, Andrew Rett, and all of Team Florida best of luck today from your favorite first grade math teacher, Miss, is that Nath? Miss Nath, I hope I pronounced it right, and thanks so much. I'm sure you are their favorite. Shout out to Nolan Hartley. Happy 10th birthday. And that comes from the Baskines. Go Team Florida, and happy birthday, buddy Nolan. Into the strike zone to Graham Davis. Noah Miller to the on-deck circle. Couple of base runners aboard. Here in the top of the second, Alabama with a couple of base runners on for the Dothan American squad. Out of the strike zone to Davis and trying to take advantage of these runners, one in scoring position in the top of the second after a scoreless first. Happy birthday to Team Florida center fielder number 99, Nolan Hartley from your Hernandez baseball family. Watching from sunny Florida, play like the champions we are. Strike him out, Jace Rollins. Love Esther. Thanks, Esther. Let's go Team Florida. We're all proud of you, Andrew, from Summer Bailey and Una Courtney and Camp Pendleton, California. Out of the strike zone to the left side by Davis. Shout out to Jake Thompson from your family in Dothan, Alabama. Happy birthday, Nolan, from Jalen and JD. Academy at the Farm Boys representing Team Florida. Miss Sarah is so proud of y'all and cheering you on. Happy birthday, Nolan from Ronan. Shout out to Jake Thompson from the Wood family. Go get him, Dothan. Watching there in Dothan, Alabama. 2-2 pitch on the inside part of the plate, and Davis is struck out. Second K of the game for Jace Rollins, and it's out number 2 in the top of the second. And brings Noah Miller to the plate. Go number 24, Colton Furtado. Proud cousins watching from Waltersboro, South Carolina. Thanks, cuz. Happy birthday, number 99, Nolan Hartley on Team Florida. Come on, Team Florida from Eric Harrison. Let's go, Team Florida. Bring it home for San Ann and District 6 from the Verosic family. I hope I am pronouncing that right, and thanks. Watching and cheering on Team Florida last night after scalloping in Homosassa, Florida with some of the new Machine Pitch World Series champions. Let's go, Florida. Let's go, Team Florida. Wrapped over to first, picked up by Blommel. He will step on the bag. And out will go Noah Miller. Couple of base runners left on. One base hit, a result of the top part of the second. 2 are stranded. Nobody scores after an inning and a half. We head to the bottom of the second. It is the 4, make that the 5, 6, and 7 spots coming to the plate when we come back.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
yourself a championship t-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the second, Andrew Blommel leading things off. Colton Furtado and Tyson Lake coming to the plate too. More shout-outs. Let's go Hernandez from Mia and Angel. Go John Martin, go Bama. Uncle Daniel and Aunt Sarah. They're in Birmingham, Alabama. Go Tyler Turner. Way to represent Florida. Here's the windup, the delivery. And out of the strike zone it goes from Graham Davis. Watching from Dothan, shout out to Noah Miller. Let's get this Alabama. From Roy Tatum and Tinsley watching from Dothan. Shout out to Noah Miller. Let's get this Alabama. Thanks so much. Got it there on the big screen. Looking good down in Dothan, Alabama. Furtado is on deck. Count even one each. Shout out to number 12, Kate Smith from Robert watching in Dothan. Let's go Team Florida. Happy birthday, Nolan, Barbara Tomberlin, and Elite Brokers. Thank you, Barbara and Elite. Shout out to Cade Smith from his cousin Shaylee. One ball, couple of strikes on Blommel. Pops it up, foul territory. Chase given, but Smith can't get there, nor can Gandy. Go Rat watching live while driving home to Florida. Love Mom, Amy, and Clayton. Okay, the driver's not watching, right? I mean, just listening, and the rest of the crew in the car are watching, right? Okay, listen, I sometimes watch games too, but try not to. Not good. One ball, couple of strikes on Blommel. Just a little bit outside. You do not want to text? Okay, I'll step down off the soapbox. We want to keep you safe so you can watch all kinds of games. So drivers listening, passengers watching, that's cool. Shout out to Cooper Powell from his big brother back in Dothan. Go Alabama. Hashtag Coop24. Way to go Jace, Grammy, and Grampy in Zephyr Hills, Florida. Count is full, 3-2 on Blommel. It is just a bit high, and Blommel's given a walk to begin the Florida second. Go Team Alabama, play hard. Jake Thompson, Brooks Kennedy, and Mason Gandy. Mullins family is cheering on the boys. Go Jace from James. Shout out to Andrew Blommel. Lots of love from Nick, and Uncle Bo watching from Madison, Florida. Let's go Team Florida. Shout out says, watch the ball close, Colton. Hayden Hernandez, we love you, kid. You are our family star. Count even at 1 on Colton Furtado. Well, looks like Jason's getting a lot of shout-outs, too. Yeah, we move from field to field. It's rolled over towards third. Smith picks up, goes to second for 1. Throw on to first, not quite in time for 2. Furtado hitting into the 5-4. And there's one away with Furtado at first. I got a message from Jason who's doing, I think, an Ozone game today. Must have done a AAA game yesterday. He apparently getting a lot of shout-outs, too. Hey, Florida and Alabama knows how to shout out during a broadcast. Outside to Tyson Lake. Nolan Hartley to the on-deck circle. Furtado, the base runner at first. Here in the bottom part of the second in a scoreless contest. Let's go San Ann. Proud of you boys from Mason, Presley, Coleman, and John Hayden. Go Tyler from Paul and Plant City. Let's go Tyson Lake and all of Team Florida from the Kirklands watching in Lakeland. Couple of pitches outside of the strike zone, 2-0 to Lake. Nolan Hartley awaiting his opportunity next. Pitches inside. Nice job of moving over by Gandy to keep that one from going to the screen. Go Mason Gandy from Abby, Allison, and Jeremy. Go Alabama. Jake Thompson, we are watching you on JockJive from Dothan. Mr. Joel and Mrs. Gloria. Good luck, Jake Thompson, from your favorite cousin, in Alabama. 3-1 on Lake. The Davis pitch. It's outside. A walk issued and a couple of base runners aboard for Florida in the bottom of the second. Shout out to little Luis Quintana from Gianna Kim and Uncle Roman. We love you from South Beach. Great going, John Martin, from your grandmama. DG watching from Enterprise, Alabama. Enterprise, by the way, just won the Dixie 15U World Series about a week and a half back there in Ozark, Alabama. Birthday boy stepping into the box, Nolan Hartley, with a couple of base runners on. First pitch outside of the strike zone, 1-0. Let's go Rhett, go Team Florida. Tuning in from Zephyr Hills, the Burgos family. Shout out simply says hashtag Hernandez strong. Bunt laid down, Davis charges in, goes over to third. He knew when he came off the bump that he wanted to get the lead runner. Davis picks up the Hartley bunt, immediately fires to third and gets Furtado. Now 2 down for Hayden Hernandez. Shout out says Florida rocks the Pyatt family. Go Drew and Team Florida. We love you from KK, JoJo, Maggie, and Molly. Caught in a rundown. Lake trying to get to a bag safely. Well, this is going to have all kinds of numbers on the putout. And safely at third goes Lake. Meanwhile, Hartley able to get to second. Well, you don't have to worry about all the numbers because it wasn't a putout. Looked like Lake got himself caught in no man's land, but able to make his way to third. And now a couple of base runners in scoring position for Hayden Hernandez. A.J. Soto Baez moving to the on-deck circle. Let's go Jake and Tyler from the Haddix family. Go Grayson and Team Bama. We're so proud of you from Courtney, A.J., and Evan. Go Brooks, Kennedy, and Alabama watching you from Dothan. Love you, Mar. Good luck, Kaysen, and your Alabama team from your cousin Jason and family in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Swing and a miss. Hernandez strikes out, leaving a couple of base runners on. 2 innings into the game and still scoreless. We head to the top of the third. 9, 10, and 11. Bird, Thompson, and more coming up.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
The championship t-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the third, John Martin Bird coming to the plate to begin with. Jake Thompson, Grayson Moore coming up for Alabama too. Both teams, Alabama had a couple of base runners on in the top of the second. Florida had a couple of base runners on in the bottom part of the inning. But nobody could bring anybody in. And it is still scoreless as we get to the third. More shout-outs. Boy, you folks are really proficient at shout-outs, trying to catch up with my backlog. Go get him, Tyler Sharp. Shout-out from the Wood family in Dothan. We're cheering you on. Go 23, watching from Trilby, Florida, Uncle Scott. Shout-out to all my buddies on Team Florida. Bring home the W from Bryce. Go Grayson from Aunt Liz. We're so proud of Andrew and Team Florida, Papa and Graham. Shout out Aiden, number 1. JD loves you and all the Florida boys. Good luck, Jace. We're cheering all of you on from home, the Castro family. Strike with the opening pitch to John Martin Bird. Good luck, PJ, Jace, and San Ann crew from the Gomez family. Sophia and Chloe. Go Florida, go Colton Furtado from the Hanna family watching in Waltersboro, South Carolina. 0-1 pitch outside and the count evens up at 1 apiece. Let's go Dothan. And number 1, John Martin Bird. We're cheering you on from Hampton. Mary Francis and Jack in Dothan. Shout out says, let's go Florida. You got this, Alabama. Let's go number 9. Into the strike zone, 1 and 2 on Bird. Thompson and Moore to follow. You got this, Florida. You can push yourselves ahead. Play hard, have fun. Proud of you, Jake Thompson from Aunt Brenda. So proud of you, Mason Gandy. Go Team Alabama. Roll Tide. Brandon and Allison. I wondered when either a Roll Tide, a War Eagle, or a Go Gators or Seminole chant might get into the broadcast. Count even at 2 on Bird. 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed. Bird out number 1 to begin the third. And for Jace Rollins, that is strikeout number 3 in the game. It brings Jake Thompson to the plate. Colton, Grammy, and Papa couldn't be prouder. Go San Ann. Thanks, Colton, for your own special shout-out. Let's go Team Florida from Team Florida Machine Pitch Champs. We did it, you can do it. Cheering our neighbors on all the way through. Get it, boys, and congratulations to Team Florida on grabbing the World Series title. Let's go Alabama. We love you, Coach Jason. Jake Thompson with 1 away, nobody aboard, top of the third. AAA matchup between Florida and Alabama. Had a little brief shower before the game got started. Sunny now. Temperatures back up into the mid to upper 80s, near 90. Let's go Florida, bring home the win from Roman, Kim, and Gianna in South Beach. 0-2 on Thompson. Grayson Moore moves to the on-deck circle. When you get to the bottom of the third, it's the 10, 11, and 12 spots coming to the plate. A.J. Soto Baez, Robbie Christ, and Rhett Newsom. Go get him, Bubba Jace, watching from Dade City. Ricky, Melissa, Connor, and Cole Groover. Strikeout of Thompson, back-to-back Ks. And there's 2 gone here in the top part of the third. Shout out to JockJive Sports. Well, thank you very much to the Hanna family watching there in South Carolina. We're delighted you're watching. Happy birthday from his brother and grandparents in Lakeland. Let's go Florida. And I would assume that is to Nolan Hartley. We've got a couple of birthdays today on the diamond. 1-0 pitch to Grayson Moore. Swings, misses. Count goes even. Braden Treadaway moving to the on-deck circle. Top of the third, 2 gone, nobody aboard for Alabama. Toss coming in low, 2-1. Well, it's the South. It's August. We anticipate heat. It's the South. We anticipate gnats. And we got both of them tonight. Pitch goes to the screen, 3-1 on Moore. Got guys working 5 different fields. Mike Rideout's on one, Jason Thompson on another, James Hardy's got a field, Marty Paulman's got a field. Mike brought some food over and thinking, why is that pepper moving? That's a little odd. Nat City got a lot of them here in North Carolina. But I guess they're okay to eat. You do what you got to do. Count full, 3-2 on Moore. Wrapped over towards third. Quintana ricochets off Quintana. Picked up by Turner. He fires over to first and can't get it in there in time. And Moore will get on. Compliments of the error at third. So Alabama's got a base runner. Braden Treadaway coming to the plate. Pitch into the dirt. Off to second goes Moore, and he is safely there on the wild pitch. So an error and a wild pitch gets Alabama in scoring position as Grayson Moore is at second. There are 2 gone. Keep up the good work, Jason. Win the World Series so I can come swim in the new pool. From Blake in San Antonio, Florida. Happy birthday. Make that happy anniversary to Dawn and Brian Davis. Let's go Alabama from Emmanuel and family. Jace, we're watching you. Have fun. Love you. Erica, Ryan, Dylan, and Abby. You are pitching awesome, by the way. Go Florida. Go Luis Quintana. You're so proud of you. Make that your godparents. Shout out says, let's go Braden. 3 outside of the strike zone to Treadaway. Mason Gandy moving to the on-deck circle and representing the top of the order. And of course, you know that in Dixie Youth Baseball AAA action, that offensive rotation is 12 the first time through. It is 9 from there on out. This is the 12-hitter with the 11-hitter in scoring position at second. And the 1-hitter, Mason Gandy, moving to the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch into the zone again from Rollins. And the count runs full as Rollins tries to battle back. Three-two offering, just a little bit inside. Treadaway giving the walk. So a couple of base runners on. Shout out says, Go Bama All-Stars from Montgomery All-Stars. Back to the top of the order, Mason Gandy next. He is ground out to first. Brooks Kennedy moving to the on-deck circle. All right, thanks very much. Pronunciation guide. It is Quintana, I believe. Quintana, thank you very much. Definitely, if I mispronounce, get me corrected. Shout out to our friends Sam and Dustin Run from Florida as this one is hit to left field, and there to make the catch on the run. That was Aiden Hernandez. Big league catch in left field as Gandy hoped to get on and send runners in. Instead, 2 are left aboard, 4 stranded through 3. We go to the bottom of the third and to the 10, 11, and 12 spots for Florida when we come back to Lumberton.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
A championship t-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the third, A.J. Soto-Baez, Robbie Christ, Rhett Newsom coming to the plate in the bottom part of the inning. I was in the midst of a shout-out that was to Sam and Dustin Rudd. They are from Florida, and they are both umpiring here. As a matter of fact, I've seen both today, Sam and Dustin Rudd. So the folks back home in Florida proud and should be. Go Florida boys, says the shout-out. Go Jake Thompson, number 9, from Alabama. From Emma Arn. Go Team Florida from Santa Ana. And a shout out to Andrew Blommel and Rhett Newsom from Chad Blommel. Trying to figure out some of these shout-outs. You know, kind of proofreading before going on air with him. As Cooper Powell gets up onto the bump and gets ready to face Florida. So after working a pair of innings, Graham Davis will exit. And Cooper Powell coming to the mound for Alabama. Taking a look at those numbers for Davis, he will work 2 innings. Did not give up a base hit. Faced a total of 9. Had 1 strikeout, 3 walks, and did not allow a run. First pitch from Powell outside of the strike zone to A.J. Soto Baez. You got it, Braden Love from Dothan. Let's go Alabama. Let's go Roberto. Shout out to Jake Thompson from Granny Jane. And Papa Carr sending love from Dothan. Big hit Rhett from Ronan and Deegan. Let's go Jace Rollins from the Castros. Swing and a miss by Soto Baez. Count even at 1. We're in the bottom of the third in a scoreless contest. 42 minutes into the game. Well played game between these two. Outside of the strike zone. Florida's majors team got into a battle with Louisiana earlier today. Louisiana won it 1-0, but they won it with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th in a scoreless game. On a shot that was legit, he found the gap and rolled to the fence, but boy, we've seen some battles today. Go get them, Red, and the boys from San Ann bring home the W from the Storch family. 2-2 offering. It's high and the count goes full. Let's go Alabama from the rookie all-stars there in Dothan. Payoff pitch outside of the strike zone. Soto Baez will be put on to begin the third for Florida. So a base runner aboard as Powell walks Soto Baez. Robbie Christ coming to the plate. Rhett Newsom will follow. Let's go Braden, the Haddix family. Good luck, Jace. We missed you in Daytona. Get the W number 7 from Connor Groover. Throw down to first. Soto Baez able to get back safely. A non-elimination game. Neither one of these teams will exit. They will stay in the hunt for a title, regardless of what happens here. And if you look at the bracket, winner will play at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. So if you win this one, it's a big plus. You get a day off. And then if you lose the game, as that one is butted foul by Christ. Lose this one, and let's see, where do you play next? 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's an 8 o'clock game for either team, but if you win, you get tomorrow off. If you lose, you have to play tomorrow. Into the dirt, Soto Baez will go to second. And a count 3-1 on Robbie Christ. Go Ricky Bobby, love Miss Megan. Great job, Noah Miller. Yaya is watching from Panama City Beach. Alabama, let's put some points on the board. And Christ will get on due to a walk. Back-to-back walks, Soto Baez and Robbie Christ, a couple of base runners on for Florida. Here in the bottom of the third, and let's see if Powell stays or goes after the back-to-back walks. And it looks like he's going. So a new pitcher on the mound when we come back to Lumberton. Tyler Sharp is the new pitcher. Comes in from second. The new second baseman is Noah Miller. So those are your defensive changes for Alabama. A couple of base runners on, nobody out. It is bunted foul by Rhett Newsom. 0-1. Let's go Jake Thompson from Maddie in Alabama. Shout out to Kate Smith from Jacqueline, Caleb, Abby, and Anna watching you from home in Dothan. Way to throw that gas. Let's go Cooper. Way to go Aiden. We love you from Chicago, cousin Anna, Envy, and Jamie. Rolled foul by Newsom and now a 2-strike count. It will be interesting to see where the coach tries to get a bunt laid down with a 2-strike count. Bring home the W boys from Shelby Sasser in Dade City. Go Alabama from the Wiggins family in Dothan. Let's go Alabama. We love you, Noah. Number 17, Henry in Fayette, Alabama. Just missing, count evens at 2 on Newsom. Shout out to Jake Thompson and Tyler Sharp from Harris and Anna Chase in Dothan. Happy birthday, Nolan from Grandpa and Grandma Hartley. Another one out of the strike zone. Count evens at 2. He does bunt. On 2 strikes, it will roll foul, and that will be a strikeout of Rhett Newsom. Interesting, a little bit of a gamble on the part of the Florida coaching. But you like the element of surprise, trying to lay down the bunt to get Soto Baez and Christover, but instead Newsom strikes out for out number 1. Back to the top of the order. And it is Tyler Turner who comes to the plate. P.J. Ruderman moving to the on-deck circle. Go Alabama, go Coop Powell, the Watkins family. Text says, hey, my wife Jerry, daughter Jenna, and mother-in-law Dee are there watching in person. They said they hear the shout-outs announced. So shout out to them. Well, they must be nearby then. Michael and Peggy Furtado. So Jenna, Dee, and Jerry, wherever you may be listening to the game, or maybe you're close enough to hear me. Got a really short-range shout-out to you. 2-1 to Turner. Turner walked in the first. P.J. Ruderman moving to the on-deck circle. Couple of base runners on for Florida in the bottom of the third. We've had runners before, though. And they're still scoreless. Popped up by Turner to right. And that will get over the head of Braden Treadaway. Rounding third, coming home, Soto Baez. He will score, and Florida will get on the board first. Turner with a long single that drives in Soto Baez. Chris to second, Turner at first for P.J. Ruderman. And Florida on the board in the bottom of the third. Shout out says, Rhett, you got this. Let's go San Ann. Go Lucito from Tia Griselle, Ray, Jasmine, and Uncle Jonky from Miami. I probably butchered a lot of the names. My apologies. Great hit, Grayson. Love you. Aunt Liz. Question is, who's pitching for Bama? That is Tyler Sharp. Graham Davis got the start, worked a couple of innings. Cooper Powell came in, worked a couple of at-bats. As that one is fouled back, and then Tyler Sharp comes in. Go Bama and Kane, Grand Ben, and Miss Becky in Dothan. Shout out to the announcer for calling all the shout outs from the Haddix family. Thanks. We appreciate you watching and listening. Fouled away again. And a 2-strike count on Ruderman, who popped out to left field in the first. Jace Rollins moving to the on-deck circle. Shout out says, let's go Florida. Love watching San Ann live on JockJive. Go SA, the Christophers in Zephyr Hills, Florida. Proud uncle from California checking in. Let's go Colton and the Florida boys. Pitch high to Ruderman. Way to go, Aiden. God bless Team Florida from Eli. Go PJ. We love you. Love Uncle David and Tracy and Isaac. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Rudeman will strike out for out number 2. And Tyler Sharp will pick up his second K of the game. Chase Rollins coming to the plate. He wrapped into a 6-4 in the first. Luis Quintana. Might have to go back to my pronunciation guide. Into left field. That's a base hit for Rollins. Waved around third as Christie will come in and score. Going to third is Turner. It's a double for Chase Rollins that gives Florida a 2-zip lead. And Florida up top by a pair. Quintana drops this one into right field. That's a fair ball. Turner comes in to score. Rollins will score as well. And Luis Quintana delivering with a double that brings in 2 more. So Florida exploding here in the bottom of the third. Plating 4 runs. More shout-outs. Good luck, Team Florida. Show them what you got from your T-ball friend, Gabriel Burgos. You got this, Jace. Shout-out to Brooks Kennedy and Team Alabama, Ben Collier and Chapman. Yes, 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 go Florida, says the shout-out. Go Team Alabama. Watching from Slocum, Alabama. Go Quintana, that's my brother. Got a feeling you're kind of proud of the shot. There's a shot to third, fielded by Smith. And Smith able to recover and get the throw over to first in time to get Blommel on the 5-3. Big inning for Florida, though. They plate 4 and take a 4-run lead into the visitor half of the 4th. Coming up for Alabama, Kennedy, Sharp, Powell, all when we return.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
Sells a championship t-shirt that sells the team.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the 4th, near the top of the order for Alabama, Brooks Kennedy, Tyler Sharp, Cooper Powell all coming to the plate. Florida plating 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Soto Baez, Christ, Turner, and Rollins all coming in score. But Alabama will try to match that in the top part of the 4th. More shout-outs. This one says, woo-hoo blue. Another, turn it on Florida. Go Uncle Blommel or Andrew. I don't know where I got Uncle. Oh, here's where I got it. Go Andrew Blommel and Team Florida. Love Uncle Mike and Aunt Connie. Shout out to the GOAT, Coach Jason Kennedy. Get that windmill cranked up, Coach Drew. Thank you, JockJive, for the broadcast. We definitely will visit your sponsors. East Montgomery All-Stars. Well, thank you very much. Great to have you watching the coverage. Go San Ann boys. Love the Rileys. Brooks Kennedy struck out of the 1st, batting in the 4th. Tyler Sharp, Cooper Powell to follow. First pitch popped up, and it will get out of play. Good luck, Alabama. Let's go Cooper, cheering you on from the dot. It's probably the Dothan area, wouldn't you think? I know how it is when you get these text messages going. Sometimes you text stuff that you don't even know where it came from. Popped over to second. Tyson Lake making the over-the-shoulder catch. And there's one away in the 4th. Tyler Sharp to the plate with one down. Sharp with a pop out to center field in the first. Cooper Powell to the on-deck circle. First pitch is too tall for Sharp. Shout out says, go Florida. Good luck, Santa Ana boys. Go red from Blaine and Emma. Go Team Florida from Sebring. Shout out to Coach Frank for watching the outfield. Keep it up, Florida. Popped up by Sharp over in foul territory, and Quintana able to get to it for out number 2. So Quintana going over from third makes the catch of the Sharp fly ball. And there's 2 away for Cooper Powell. Good luck, Andrew. We're cheering for you. Love Brody and Bean. 2 away for Cooper Powell. Cade Smith moving to the on-deck circle. Pitches high and inside for ball 1 from Rollins. Rollins working into the 4th, top part of the inning. 2 are gone, nobody aboard. Powell drops that one into right field, a 2-out base hit for Cooper Powell. Second hit of the game for Alabama, and they've got a base runner with 2 outs here in the 4th. Cade Smith's got the other base hit, and he comes to the plate. So Alabama trying to rally with 2 gone here in the top of the 4th in a game that will go 6 unless we wrap it up early because of the mercy rule. Don't think that's going to happen. Might have a game that goes late because 6 innings won't give us a win or a winner. Waiter at the ball, number 7. Let's go Team Florida from the Groover family. Pitch rolls away from Furtada, comes over to the screen. And actually, that's somebody new behind the plate. I believe that is P.J. Ruderman, who is now behind the plate for Florida. So Ruderman tracks it down. Powell goes to second. Just a little bit high, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 gone, top of the 4th. Into the strike zone again, and the count evens up at 2. Shout out says, good job, Florida. Another good luck, Team Florida from Governor Scott and all Floridians. I don't know if Governor Scott is watching or not, but on his behalf. Thanks for the shout out. Swing and a miss by Cade Smith. He will strike out, leaving a base runner on. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 base hit, 5 stranded now for Alabama through 4. They've got a couple of base hits to their credit. We head to the bottom of the 4th for Furtada, Lake, and Hartley, all coming up for Florida.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
A championship t-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the fourth, Colton Furtado starting things off. Furtado wrapped into a 5-4 put out in the second. His second at bat comes here in the fourth. Couple of pitches outside of the strike zone. Tyson Lake, Nolan Hartley due up in the inning too. More shout-outs. We love you. Hernandez from the Lopez family. Let's go Jace. Absolute unit. Another shout-out that says go Jace. Go Team Florida from the Shocker families. Go SA. A win gets you a day off. Sending good vibes from home. Go Colton, says the shout-out. 3-1 on Furtado. Top part of the fourth, Alabama gets a base hit from Powell. There's a walk to Furtado. And Florida's got a base runner to begin the bottom of the fourth. Tyson Lake walked in the second, batting here in the fourth. And now coach going out to talk with Tyler Sharp. Sharp is the third pitcher used by Alabama. Graham Davis got the start. Cooper Powell came in briefly. And now Tyler Sharp on the hill. Come on, Florida, you got this from Nolan. You got it, Colton, says the shout-out. Let's go, number 24, Colton. We love you from Georgia. We are so proud of you. Go Team Florida. Bring the biggest little fans, your San Ann T-Ball All-Stars. Hey, little T-Ballers, thanks for watching. Let's go T from Coach Chris. Into the strike zone, count evens at 1. One ball, one strike, one base runner on. Bottom of the fourth, 4-zip Florida lead. Pitches outside from Tyler Sharp. Sharp going to visit from coach. Stays in the game, now faces Lake. Hartley will follow. Scoreless until we got to the fourth. Florida with a 4-run bottom of the fourth. Shout-out says, come on, San Ann, let's win this thing from Blaine. Two balls, two strikes. High with the pitch. Shout-out says, let's go Lil Sweet from the Phelps. Shout out from Danny and Vicki Lawrence from Dothan. Go Cade Smith and teammates. Go Jace, we love you, and I see you too, Big Handsome. From Erica, go Florida. There's a strikeout of Lake, and there's one away in the fourth. Go Team Florida from Landon and Chance and Zephyr Hills. Go Tyler Sharp from Cass and Pierce. School friends killing out here. Let's go Graham and Kaysen. Thanks for watching on the big screen. Take them to Chili's, Tyson. Love Alyssa and grandparents. Come on, Florida, win this, and you earn a free day tomorrow. The most prolific texters in all of youth sports. Viewers of Florida and Alabama. Nolan Brantley. Right back up the middle. Nice stop by Sharp. Goes to second for one. Throw on to first, not for two, but a nice, sharp defensive play gets the lead runner. And there's two gone for Nolan Hartley. Go Team Alabama, watching from Slocum, Alabama. Shout out to Lorax, the Haddixes in Dothan. Let's go Rhett from your favorite Emma. Let's go Jason, Team Florida, we love you. Auntie Amber and Uncle Tim watching from our Sunshine State. First pitch out of the strike zone to Aiden Hernandez. Hernandez was the last out of the second inning, striking out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Gandy just didn't know where it was. Had the headgear on, looking all over the place, and just could not see out. Kind of like, I guess, driving a tank, though I've never driven a tank before, but I'm assuming that if you're using the vision and not some of the technology in the tank to look around, it's difficult to get just one little hole to look out of. Same premise for Gandy. He just couldn't see where the ball went through all that headgear. And finally finds it near the plate. Hernandez is walked and a couple of base runners are on. We go back to the top of the order. Tyler Turner coming to the plate. High pitch to Turner. He is walked and singled, driven in a run, scored a run as well. Let's go Alabama, bring it home. Dothan American from the Deer family. Go Nolan from Georgia and the Pines Hunting Club. Come on, Colton. Run like your little brother is chasing you. Aiden Hernandez. Grandma and Grandpa love you. Fouled away by Turner. P.J. Ruderman moving to the on-deck circle. Ruderman has popped out. He is struck out. He is 0 for 2 in the game. 1-1 offering, got the inside part of the plate, 2-1. Let's keep it going, boys, from Cooper. Go Dothan, Alabama from the Boone family. Let's go Alabama. Ashton's cheering you on from Headland. Great job, Andrew Blummel. Love you from KK and the Puppies. Outside with a pitch, even at 2 goes the count. Go Team Florida, keep it up, Jace from Eric Jr. Turner with 2 gone, 2 aboard. It is fouled out of play by Turner. And the count will stay at 2. Shout out says, let's go Lure from Lutz. I wonder if that's just a partial shout out. On the inside part of the plate, Tyler Turner strikes out. Leaves a couple of base runners on. We go to the 5th. It's still a 4-zip contest, Florida.
She's frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
Still a championship t-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the 5th, Case and Booth coming to the plate. Before we get back to the coverage, get back to the shout-outs, get back to the game, I do want to say our thoughts and prayers are with Tony Smith, the Florida State Director. There was a member of his family, I think it was well, without going into all the details, a 19-year-old killed in a car crash. I want to think it was the end of the week, just prior to the start of the World Series. And Tony Smith is not here as a result. He is there, obviously. So our thoughts and prayers with the family. Certainly hate to hear of any tragedy. And remember Tony. And thanks, Tony, for all you do for Dixie Youth Baseball. And, of course, us being able to provide coverage of such. Top of the fifth, Kason Booth starting things off, hit by a pitch in the second. Graham Davis, Noah Miller coming to the plate as well here in the fifth, a 4-zip Florida lead. More shout-outs. Go Team Alabama from the Murphys in Abbeville. Keep up the great work, PJ. Team Florida from Sebastian and Sandy. Go Team Florida. Keep up the good work, Jace and Coach Rollins. Love y'all. Shout out to the youngest team in the AAA World Series. Go Team Florida. A shout out to Aiden, Grandpa, and Grandma from Chicago. We love you. As this one is hit hard towards left field, and I think the catch was made. It was. In center field by Nolan Hartley. It was Aiden Hernandez who was on the run hard, and Hartley just kind of backhanded going, I'll take that. And the long fly ball from Kason Booth turns into a long out. One away for Graham Davis. Let's go Florida from the Rollins in Tampa. Let's go Dahl, or Dal maybe. Keep fighting from Michael Sullivan. Go Kason, you rock, from the Martin family. Graham Davis struck out looking in the second. It is fouled away over towards left by Davis. Noah Miller moves to the on-deck circle. One ball, couple of strikes on Davis. Right back up the middle. Rollins goes to one knee to field, over to first with a throw, and Davis out on the 1-3. So a couple of outs here in the Alabama fifth. Noah Miller coming to the plate next. Great catch, Nolan, from Papa in Lakeland, Florida. The right-hander Miller, who ground out to first in the second. At the plate with two gone, nobody aboard in the Alabama part of the fifth. Well, thus far, it's been one inning that has spelled the difference in this contest. Florida's bottom of the third. In the bottom of the third, they played 4 runs. Got Turner, got Rollins, got Soto Baez, and Christ in. Otherwise, this game is even. But you count them all, not just one. Or you don't leave out one. Fouled away by Miller. Almost forgot, in amongst all these shout-outs, that we need you as a friend and follower on Facebook and Twitter. Kind of an exchange. I mean, you know, I'm not going to stop reading your shout-outs if you don't follow us on Facebook. But if you don't mind, we're trying to get a goal, too. By the end of the summer, we'd like to be at 12,000 likes. And I'd like to say we're going to give away a new car to that 12,000th like. I'd like to say that, but I can't. We don't have the budget. So we're not giving anything fancy to the 12,000th like. But if we could, we would. Fouled away. So if you haven't already followed us on Facebook or done the same on Twitter, put JockJive Sports in the search engine on Facebook. And by the way, you can open up a brand new browser. Don't have to close out the browser that's got the game coverage. Put JockJive Sports in there. Like us. Over to first. And standing right where he needed to be to make the catch was Blobble. 3 go up, 3 go down in the top of the fifth. We head to the bottom part of the inning. Still a 4-zip score. JockJive Sports. Put that in the search engine on Facebook. At JockJive on Twitter. Like us. Befriend us. Follow us. And while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Back with the bottom of the fifth after this.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
Still the championship t-shirt. Still the
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Alabama's got a new pitcher on the hill. It is Brooks Kennedy. Tyler Sharp will wind up facing 11 in his time on the hill. And officially worked a couple of innings. Had 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. And handed out 1, 2 walks in his couple of innings of work, and now Brooks Kennedy will take over. First pitch outside of the strike zone to P.J. Ruderman. Jace Rollins, Luis Quintana coming to the plate. More shout-outs. Let's go San Antonio. Best of luck from Freddie and Anna. Keep calm. Chase Rollins is throwing strikes. Team Florida, we love you, Esther. Let's go Florida from the Dominguez family in Miami. Let's go Luis Quintana. Keep up the good work, Jace Rollins from Eric Jr. Thanks for broadcasting the game. Well, thank you for watching the broadcast of the game. Go Team Florida from Logan. Go Andrew from Chris, Karen, Katie, and Coleman. That was a no pitch. And let's see what the problem was. I'm looking to see if there was conversation with the Alabama dugout or what prompted the no pitch. 2-1 offering to Ruderman. Fouls it away in the count, even at 2. Couple of balls, couple of strikes. P.J. Ruderman 0 for 2 in the game. He has popped out to left. He has struck out. Jace Rollins next. High with the pitch. And the count is full. 3 balls, couple of strikes. Win and you take Monday off. Lose and you play tomorrow night at 8. Non-elimination game. Got 1 elimination game going on in AAA. That is Lumberton and Texas, as it is fouled out of play. That's over on field 1, so that's the field that Mike Rideout's got coverage of. So we will see as soon as the game wraps up who is eliminated and who stays in. Well, we know who walks. P.J. Ruderman given a walk to first. And the base runner on for Florida as Chase Rollins comes to the plate. Rollins hit into the 6-4. He doubled, he drove in a run and scored a run. 1 for 2 in the game is Rollins. He has pitched his Florida team into what will become the 6th inning. And thus far, a 2-hitter. And the shutout intact, but we've still got the top of the 6th to go for Alabama. Florida hoping to score runs before getting to the Alabama 6th. Alabama preferring that this hole get no deeper. Here's the Kennedy pitch. Dribbled down towards third. That is a foul ball. Good luck from Corbin Baskind Hashtag Shockers. Let's go Bama. You got this, Noah. Love Morgan. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside. Throw goes to first. Diving back safely is Ruderman. And don't forget, the game archived at its conclusion. You can go back and watch it, or if you want to download, email us, info@jockjive.com. We'll work on getting it to you. Into the strike zone. Rollins strikes out looking. One away with Luis Quintana coming to the plate. He had a double that drove in a pair of runs in the third. Big cut, no contact. And it is 0-1 on Quintana. Quintana wrapped into the 6-4 in the first. He had a double that drove in those 2 runs in the third. Strike delivered. Throw goes down to second. Able to slide in safely is Ruderman. So Ruderman with a stolen base, now in scoring position for Florida here in the bottom of the 5th. And the Alabama coach is going to go out and talk with Bloom and appeal. Speaking of Bloom, might as well take a look at the officiating crew. Joseph Stone from Albany, Georgia is behind the plate. J.D. Batchelor is umpiring first. He calls Whiteville, North Carolina home. Macon Hammond is at second from Greenville, North Carolina. And Paul Taylor at third. He calls Edgefield, South Carolina home. 0-2 on Luis Quintana. And in the direction of right field, Quintana with another base hit, maybe another RBI coming in to score. Ruderman, and Florida's lead now 5. And Luis Quintana will pick up his 3rd RBI of the game. Driving in Ruderman. And makes it a 5-zip contest with Andrew Blommel coming to the plate. More shout-outs. Let's go Coop Dog. Go Jace from Oakley and McCoy. Keep killing it, Team Florida. Happy 10th birthday, Nolan. Love the Blommel family. Shout out to Aiden from Chicago. We love you. Shout out to my Dothan American Bros from Judson Bailey. One away, one aboard, one in. 5-zip Florida lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Andrew Blommel, who walked and ground out to third, coming to the plate. Colton Furtado moving to the on-deck circle. First pitch from Kennedy, just a little bit low. One more game to go, slated for a start time about 9 minutes from now. I don't think we're going to hit that, but might get it underway earlier than we did last night's last game. It was about 9:15 before we got the last game underway on the field I was broadcasting, and Jason's the guy who stayed longer than any of us. I think he got home around 11:30 last night. So we might get to stay in a little before 11:30. Pitch high, 2-1 to Blommel. Go Andrew from Uncle Chris. Thanks for all the shout-outs. Great to have you watching wherever you are watching tonight's game. 2-1 pitch. Too far inside. 3-1. Florida and Alabama tangling here in Lumberton, North Carolina. Big AAA matchup. 3-1 pitch into the strike zone. Got a final from O-Zone. Lumberton beating South Carolina by a 6-3 final. See, I think that eliminates somebody. Let's see. Nope, actually that was a winner's bracket game. Blobel's given the walk, couple of base runners on. So with Lumberton winning 6-3, Lumberton has got tomorrow off. South Carolina dropping into the loser's bracket has an 8 p.m. matchup. And that's in O-Zone baseball. Couple of base runners on for Colton Furtado. First pitch into the strike zone from Kennedy. More shout-outs. Way to go, Florida. Way to go. Oh, let's see if I got this right tune-wise, because it looks like there's some hand clapping or something involved. So I'm thinking, as the bunt is laid down, Kennedy fields, goes over to third, gets the force out there. Nice defensive play by Kennedy, getting the force out of the lead runner at Quintana. And there's 2 outs with a couple of base runners on. I think that must be way to go, Florida. Way to go. Okay, I'm not real good at this cheer thing. Sending love to Colton and the Florida boys from California. Shout out says, easy contact ducks on the pond, Colton. Let's go Team Florida. You got this from Logan and Brody. Hashtag Shockers. Let's go Andrew. You guys are on fire from your support crew in Madison. Way to go Team Florida. Shout out simply says San Ann. Rolled over to first by Lake, stepping on the bag with ball in mitt, Cooper Powell. And the bottom of the 5th comes to an end. 1 run tacked on is 5 enough. We go to the 6th. Florida leading it by 5, and Alabama coming to bat.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
Silver championship t-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the 6th, bottom of the order coming to the plate for Alabama. John Martin Byrne. Top of the order, Mason Gandy and Brooks Kennedy to follow. All facing Jace Rollins, trying to get the complete game and in the game with a shutout intact. Alabama, they want some runs. Say 5 or more in the top of the 6th. Shout out to Aiden from Chicago. Take the W. Go Florida boys, says the shout out. Keep it up, Bubba Jace. Love your twins and Adora Joe. Those are the boys I like to see playing from Chandler Green. Shout out to Aiden Treeway. Shout out to my cousin Aiden and his Florida team. Love Prince. Let's score some runs, boys. You got it, Bama. Make Dothan proud. John Martin Byrne struck out in the 3rd, batting here in the 6th. First pitch from Rollins out of the strike zone. Byrne, the first out of the 3rd inning when he was struck out by Rollins. One of 5 strikeouts in the game for Jace Rollins. Into the strike zone, 2-1. Well, thanks so much. I see that you folks have, if you haven't already, liked us on Facebook. We're at 11,384. How about 16 more? How about 11-4? There's a shot, 2-2, but the catch made by Tyson Lake. Time the jump, makes the catch, and there's one away. Byrne out number 1 in the 6th. 16 more likes gets us to 11,004. So I'm kind of liking the sound of that. Looks like Jace Rollins is going to get a hug from coach and exit because of the pitch count. Leaves with a shutout intact. He threw a 2-hitter after 5 1/3. The new pitcher when we come back to Lumberton.
Look out, he could be gone.
Bouncing away from the surgeon throw, and that got him. Long as she's been the head coach, so she's done her part of the season series. And Robinson will get some much-deserved high fives over on the bench.
She earned those. That was a great hit. Right here.
Colton Furtado is the new pitcher. Jace Rollins will leave after working 5 1/3, facing 23, striking out 5, walking 1, giving up a pair of hits and no runs. And Rollins done for the day. Furtado trying to close it out. Alabama trying to rally. It ricochets off Furtado's mitt, and that will turn into an infield Mason Gandy single. And Alabama's got a base runner with 1 away in the 6th. Shout-out says, let's go, my boys. We need some runs from Chandler Green. Looking good, Coach Justin, Russell, and Papa Luis. 2 more outs for another shout-out win. Go Team Florida. Let's go, Jason, Team Florida. Make it happen. Bring in the win. Watching in Zephyr Hills. High fly ball left field. A collision, a minor one, between Hartley and Hernandez. But the end result is the fly ball from Canada caught by Hernandez. And there's 2 gone. Number 44 on Florida is only 8 years of age. Tyson Lake, wow. Good little 8-year-old athlete. Aiden, take the W, says the shout-out. And another final in the majors. Georgia beats North Carolina 14-8. Swing and a miss by Tyler Sharp, an 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 offering. Sharp chops it over towards third, but foul. Shout out to my boy Aiden Eskeet, I think. Good job, Jace, on the pitching. Go Florida. Love Ryan, Erica, Dylan, and Abby. Go Alabama. We love you, number 74 from Missouri. Low with a pitch, 1-2. Tyler Sharp, a couple of flyouts to center field. Cooper Powell hoping for an opportunity here in the top of the 6th. Pitch high and inside from Furtado. 2 gone, 1 on. At first is Gandy. Both teams will play on, 1 in the winner's bracket, 1 in the loser's bracket. Right back it goes to Furtado, reaches over, Fields goes to first, gets Tyler Sharp on the 1-3 put out, and the ball game is over. It is a final, and it's a victory for Florida as they beat Alabama 5-zip. A few more shout-outs go. Blamo, you've got this from the Groner family. Come on, Colton, back-to-back days closing. Go Tyler Sharp, we love you in Dothan. And go number 22, PJ Ruderman. Love Uncle Sean and Aunt Tiffany. Okay, squeeze one more in. Let's go Florida. And our favorite player, AJ Soto Baez. We love you from the Aguirre family. Hey, thanks for all the shout-outs. Great to have you watching the coverage. Florida wins it 5-zip. They will advance to play on Tuesday and will take on the winner of a game tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So their opponent not yet set. And for Alabama, with a loss, they drop into the loser's bracket, have an 8 o'clock game against the loser of tonight's Georgia-North Carolina matchup, which is coming up next right here on JockJive. Okay, few more shout-outs. Thanks for broadcasting the games. Well, thanks so much for watching. Awesome team, Florida. Number 8, AJ. San Ann, 13 tournament, nothing. Thank you so much. Great to have you on the other end of the coverage. 5-zip final. Robert Williamson saying, first of all, don't forget about Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in about 30 minutes as Georgia and North Carolina tangle in the last game of the day on Field 2. Robert Williamson, so long, everybody.